Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to these timeless pick a card messages. So these will be general messages from your guides, guidance from your guides, whatever your spirit guides think you need to know at this time. Keep in mind that these messages are general, so it's possible that not every message will be for you. However, if you are here, there are no accidents in the universe. You have attracted these messages to you for a reason. So try to be open-minded and see what guidance in these messages might have value for you at this particular time. So thank you for joining me here at High Priestess Influence. You may go to your selected reading at any time. If you are someone who likes to have a visual aid to help you choose, we will take a look at the artwork on these Human Design Rave I Ching cards, a beautiful artwork here. They will be from left to right, groups 1, 2, 3, and 4. For those of you who want to take a closer look, we will do so now, and you may again go to your reading at any time. So this card is for group 1. Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Okay, group 1, let's take a look at your messages. Normally I like to include the card selection, but boy, it just makes the video so much longer. So I figured I would not this time. So let's see how that goes. Right off the bat, I think I want to start with what was at the bottom of the deck here. The 6 of Wands. Okay, this is victory, success, public recognition for your success, for your victory, being admired by others. So like the energy underlying all of this, it's kind of like I just get a feeling like I want to say everything is working out for you. In the end, you will be successful. In the end, you will experience victory. So whatever the specific situation is for you, I feel like I just want to say there is no need to worry. But I just got the word heed. But it's good for you to heed this guidance from your guides, right? You're not here for no reason, right? There is some guidance in here for you. So I feel like there are some things that maybe you need to be made aware of, some things that are kind of like in the subconscious, or you know how you kind of go about your daily routine and maybe there's like a low vibe there, but you don't even realize it. You're just going through the motions. Yeah, going through the motions. I feel like you are here to just kind of bring awareness to something. So, yeah, I love that this was at the bottom of the deck. So underlying this all, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you that everything is working out. Just kind of like be easy, go with the flow, raise the vibe. But let's take a look at what we have here. So I feel for this group that you are in a situation that you either feel like is beyond your control, and I feel a sense of like giving up. I don't know if this is a relationship or a work situation or a disagreement with somebody, but whatever it is specifically for you. But I feel like you are in a situation where you kind of feel like you don't have control. Now, for some of you, it could be that you're trying to control it too much, right? Like in the physical realm, you are trying to maybe, manipulate things or control things or like force things. So I'm not sure. Some of you have like kind of given up, and others are trying too hard, if that makes sense, right? You might be in some sort of leadership position. You might be in some sort of leadership position, or be up for a position, or want a position that you feel I don't know, you overlooked. The word overlooked just came to me. Whatever the situation is, I think you feel overlooked. And as though you feel like you're not being recognized for the value that you bring to the situation. Now, you may literally have been overlooked for something, right? Not just necessarily feeling this way, but although, listen, we do create our own reality. So this is coming from how you feel. Yeah. And it's really an out of alignment feeling. Dissatisfaction with the situation. Yes. So whatever this is, you, I feel, are currently in some sort of relationship or situation where you feel like you don't have control. You maybe are not able to take the reins, just came to me, take the reins, like being, you feel like you're not able to take control. You feel like you are not being given the opportunity. Again, it's going to be different for each of you, but there's a tremendous dissatisfaction with this. And some of you have already taken steps to leaving, or you are considering leaving. Some of you may have even left. Again, general messages. But if you are considering leaving a situation, or you have just left a situation, this is the situation that we are referring to. So, mentally, what is on your mind, what you are thinking about? I mean, you are worried. You might literally be losing sleep here with this Nine of Swords, right? This is about what's going on in your head. We all get so wrapped up, right, in our thoughts and all. And I think some of you are literally going to bed at night thinking about this situation and feeling like, I have no control over it. It's kind of like dogging you. That term, I feel like it's just weighing on your mind. Again, the extent to how much this is bothering you will vary for each of you, right? For some of you, it's just something that just like pokes at you and nags at you. And for others, it's kind of something that you think of off and on all day, and going to bed at night, and again, keeping you up. So the significance of how this weighs on your mind will vary. So here you have some tremendous advice here, but let's unwrap this. First and foremost, this card jumped out telling you that there's nothing serious going on here, right? This is something that you are, it's just not as serious as you feel it is in the realm of things. Again, I mean, easy for me, or I should say your guides, easy for your guides to say, right? From the non-physical. But the message here is that nothing is as serious as we make it out to be. Because if you can pull back, I feel like you're supposed to pull back just like visualize or imagine pulling back from, your physical location, right? And pulling back and back and back and back and back until like you're kind of out in the universe looking at the earth and realizing that in the realm of things, this is barely a speck in the existence of you. You are an eternal, non-physical being who is just here, incarnated in this moment, but you've been here before. You'll be here again. And when you pull back and look at the big, wide angle lens of things, that this really isn't as big a deal as we kind of like get wrapped up in it, right? It's not as big a deal as we think it is. And again, I feel like your guides are telling me to say, we know it's easy for us to say, but it's true. It's true. And if you can pull back and look at the big picture, you will realize that, and it will kind of ease any angst that you're feeling. And what I love about this Five of Wands card here is that if you take a look at this card, it's like probably teenagers, young teens, or boys, children, who appear at first glance to be fighting with their wands, but it's play fighting, right? They're evenly matched. No one is getting the better of anyone else. So I feel like that's what I'm supposed to say to you too, that, this is not, that's why it's not a big deal, and you're being like guided to let go of it. Ooh, and you have the Judgment card here. So, you had the Emperor reversed here, and this card was really kind of like your main situation of feeling out of control or trying to over control things, right? So a big deal for you. I think feeling like I feel like for this group, feeling like you actually don't have control over your life is a big deal with it, because you have a major arcana that is representing that. But here you also have another major arcana card with the Judgment card. But, before I get into that, I do feel compelled to go back to this Emperor reversed card. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, feeling like you have no control over a situation or your life is more than just in this moment, right? I feel like this is a recurring theme for you, or maybe a recurring theme in this part of your life, in this phase, whatever it is. And I think that, again, I'm feeling like you've given up control or you're trying too hard. Either way, your guides want you to know that you always have control, but it's kind of like being easy about it. It's not about doing and trying and such. It's really, it starts from within. It starts from within. The control over your life starts from within, because everything is attraction. Everything is you energetically drawing the situations to you, the people to you, the events and experiences in your life to you. And you attract the people and situations and events that match your vibration and that will bring you the experiences that you need at the time. But sometimes we don't recognize these experiences for what they are worth, and we get wrapped up in the negativity of them without realizing that there's value in them. And With the Judgment card here, you are, being advised by your guides to kind of shed the old skin, open yourself up to a new way of being in the world. You're being guided to looking at this time in your life and taking whatever, if you have this specific situation in your life right now, using that as a vehicle to starting fresh, starting anew, rebirth, looking at things in a different way, shedding that old skin, that old way of looking at the world, that negativity, and being open to a new phase, a new way of looking at the world, right? And it's kind of like here with this Two of Pentacles, I'm feeling like balance between the physical and non-physical experience. So what I'm thinking that might mean for some of you is that you're likely so focused on the physical manifestations in your life, the experiences that you've been attracting to you recently, or the experiences or the people that you've been attracting to you recently, that you're so focused on the physical that you're not, like, say, doing the internal work, the spiritual work, the the mental and emotional, the inner work that actually it starts with that. All manifestation starts from within. And I think that many of you need more of a balance there in your life. You need to be deliberate about getting into alignment. And you have another major arcana here I didn't even realize here. With the Empress reversed, this is a card about big time self-care here. I feel like with this reversed, this Empress reversed, right? The Empress is a very feminine, motherly, nurturing, creative energy here. But I feel like you are, it starts with you. It starts from within, I just heard. Okay, so this is about self-care, nurturing yourself. Okay, also, you cannot be of any use or guidance to anyone around you if you don't take care of you from the inside out first. So I just got the feeling that this could just be symbolic. Some of you might be parents, but that's not even the point. I just got the feeling of like a mother who is no good to her children unless she has taken care of her own needs first. She needs to, take that time out, take that time for herself so that she can be there for the children. Again, I feel like it's most likely more of a symbolic thing that I'm getting there. So whatever your situation is, you aren't, I just also got the feeling that this is, for some of you, it's about doing your part for like the universe, humankind and the universe and creation in general, right? Because this is a big card about creation with this, this three energy, this Empress energy. And I just got the feeling it's your duty to get yourself into alignment, because you are a big part of the contribution to the well-being of the universe. And your alignment matters to you. All of these experiences here, right? With this, okay, I'm getting a lot of things. Okay, keep role model in mind. Let me come back to this. But all of your experiences that you are having that maybe make you feel out of control, that make you feel like you want to walk away, that you want to let things go, all of this is part of not only your growth and expansion, but the growth and expansion of creation, of humanity, of the universe, and all that. You are not here accidentally. You are not here for no reason. You are an equal contributor to the universe, as much of an equal. Okay, sorry. You are as important to the expansion of the universe as any other being. So, right, maybe you have, if you're watching, tarot videos, right? You have a spiritual side to you or spiritual interest. So you likely have other people, like maybe on YouTube or maybe books you read or podcasts or this or that, whom you revere and follow, and you think that these people are wise. And yeah, they are. They are giving their contribution. But you might feel that, you might just assume, I should say, that, well, that person is so wise and contributes so much. You might just unconsciously or subconsciously just assume that that person is of more value to the expansion of the universe and growth and all that than you are. But that is not true. You are just as important as anyone else, and your part in this is valuable, is necessary. You came here for a reason. So I'm feeling like some of you really need to be either reminded of that, or some of you might be hearing this for the first time, but your contribution matters, and you don't have to even try, right? So some of you with this Emperor reversed might be trying too hard to control things, or you might feel like out of control, but it's about you getting your balance, getting into alignment, and like starting fresh here and not taking things so seriously. It's interesting that the card that came up right after this like mental worry and concern here, the next card that jumped out is this Five of Wands reversed, which seems like a very maybe unimportant card, but it's not in this sense, because it's telling you that these little situations and incidents are not as bad or serious or what have you as you think they are. They're just part of the experience you came here for not only your own expansion, but the expansion of the universe. So I'm getting the feeling that some of you think you're less important than you are, but you chose to come here. You wanted to come here. I just got the words. It's an honor to be here. And some of you in your physical experience may have forgotten that. And the role model, I didn't want to forget that, because sometimes these things come all at once. It's kind of like the messages come slowly, and then sometimes they just start pouring in. And with this, back to this Six of Wands here, I just got the feeling, of role model, but like in a maybe in a low key, almost quiet way. I feel like don't get caught up in it or concerned about it. Just live your life all you need to do is live your life in alignment, and you will be recognized by others as I just got put on a pedestal. And again, not like in a pressure kind of way. There's nothing that you have to do except get into alignment. Recognize your own self-worth. Oh yeah, when you recognize your own self-worth, others will look to you and gain wisdom from that. And you don't even have to do anything specific. You don't have to get stressed out about it or worry about it. What you really just need to do is like be open to this, like with this Judgment card, big energy there. And that's your guides advising you to, I look at these figures with their outstretched arms, and I feel like be open to shedding that old skin. It's really about letting go of the past, right? That's what this Nine of Swords is all about, is worrying about the future based on the past. So some of you expect the future to turn out the same way as the past has, but that's only if you keep focusing on that. every moment is a new opportunity for shedding that old skin. Every moment, I'm guilty of this too, right? So I wouldn't be able to give you these messages if I didn't have my own basis of experience, right? And that's just true about anybody you listen to who's got advice for you, right? We're all here to advise each other. We're all here to be role models for each other in our own way. You in your own way are advising others and being a role model for others. Every single one of us is, right? And if we didn't have these experiences of our own, so I know that, but I'm guilty of ignoring it myself, that right this moment might seem so inconsequential. It might seem like nothing, right? So if I get these messages for myself, for example, sometimes I'm waiting for this big moment and everything, but it's not. Every moment is really like significant, and you can change in the moment. You don't have to wait for some big event or whatever. This little message here for you could be a life-changing moment. Wow, group 1. I feel really like amazed and exhausted at the same time. I think I'm exhausted from all of your worry here with the 9 of Swords, but I'm like amazed and like hopeful, but I feel like more than hopeful, like ecstatic and I don't know, open, and like I can feel the energy, the fresh new shedding of the old skin energy of the Judgment card here. But the bottom line, right, the last card to come out with this Empress reversed, well, the last card was really the bottom of the deck with the 6 of Wands. But as far as cards jumping out, so these cards, the way I select cards, like I wait till they jump out, and I have like feelings, expectations in my mind of not the specific cards, but like what the kinds of the general messages I'm looking for. Tell me this about group 1, whatever, right? But the last basically piece of advice for you is it's all about self-care, nurturing yourself, and then again the energy at the bottom of the deck, the overall underlying. It's kind of like the overall energy. It's like over and under. Overall energy, underlying energy. And so that would be this, 6 of Wands. Like you are on your way to victory. You're always successful, whether you realize it or not. So, wow, group 1. Okay. So I feel like, at the risk of making this too long, I think I just want to pull an Angel of Light card for you. I won't get carried away and start making this longer than it needs to be, but let's get an Angel of Light card for group 1. Okay. If we get more than one card, fine, but let's see what we can get for group 1. Can we get an Angel of Light card? Angels of Light card. I think it's Angels of Light for group 1. Can we get anything else to enhance group 1's message? Wow, group 1. So maybe there are no other messages here for you. I'm going to pause for a moment, not the video, from the card selection of the Angels of Light card, and just say, it may be that these messages are that important and that significant for you that nothing else is supposed to come out, or I was supposed to just reinforce the importance of the tarot card messages. But let's see if there's any additional messages. Any Angel of Light card? No. Okay, you know what, group 1? I think that these messages are really meant to be significant enough for you that I'm not supposed to like sweeten it up with an Angels of Lights card. Whatever. I'm not supposed to, I don't know, I feel like I'm not supposed to muck it up. So, okay, group 1, I guess that is all I have for you. And I am really, hopeful for you moving forward that you are going to shed that old skin, put yourself first, and kind of like bask in the energy of success And like, I kind of feel like being, for some of you, that quiet role model. For some of you, maybe you won't be such a quiet role model, but just the um, the joy that you're going to feel within for yourself, and that you're going to like share and spread out into the universe just by being you. Okay, group one, thank you so much for joining me. Much love and success, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, group two, and welcome to your guidance from your guides. Keep in mind that these are general messages, and usually group two, as I said to group one, usually I include the card selection, but sometimes it just makes the video and your particular message so much longer. So having said that, your cards jumped out really quickly, and let's just jump right in then. Let's see here. So wow, group two, I feel as though you guys are kind of like doing great. But you know what? I'm not sure that you know how well you're doing. I don't know. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so yeah, the first card to jump out here is the Sun. So I mean, I feel like fun. I just got the word vacation for some of you. The beach just came to mind, just like that. That's like symbolic. It's not necessarily, I mean, for some of you, it might be a specific, but the expression fun in the sun, I don't know. But it's kind of like things, I think, are going like extremely well, because you had this group jump out together, and then you had this group jump out together, and this 10 of Cups here again, like I feel as though things are really good for you, and the outlook for the future is really great. And it could be relationship wise with the Cups. But I just, again, I what's striking me here is looking at the couple in this card just struck me like they're looking out toward the future. I just got the expression, the worst is behind them. Ooh, that actually could be where we're going with this. The worst is behind you, but you don't know it. Okay, what's coming to me feels like an overall, like I could probably tell you this and end this message almost, but so it's supposed to, quote unquote, get better over time, is what I'm feeling compelled to tell you. And it's kind of like, the better it gets, the better it gets. Like, it's a cumulative. The word cumulative just came to me. So we came here, right, for the expansion of the universe, the expansion of ourselves, right? We're each this unique contribution to the universe. And whether you realize it or not, you are a tremendous contribution. But it's kind of like I'm feeling like a building, like cumulative building blocks. And for this group, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you the worst is behind you, whether you know it or not. But in order for you to experience that and see that, you need to be open to that, right? You can't really experience anything that you're not open to, is what I'm feeling here. Okay, So let's take a look at your cards, because I could just keep telling you what I'm feeling, but these cards are here for a reason. So and you are here for a reason. So keep that in mind. So with the Sun, I feel like things are really good for you. Again, but you might not know it. So for some of you, you may, okay, feeling mixed messages here. So for some of you, you may need to let go of burdens you've been carrying around with you since who knows when, right? And I know, God, I do the same thing. So I know what this is about. It's kind of like you could just be going about your day, and maybe you've got like a negative vibe going, and you dredge up something from 20 years ago, depending how old you are, right? You dredge up something from a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20, 40 years ago. And you just keep, it's like you reopen a wound, you keep the negative momentum of something going, and that's not even part of reality. Honestly, I mean, that's all, for lack of a better word, what's the word I'm looking for? Like illusion or whatever. It's not real. The only thing that's real is right now. So some of you need to let go of that kind of stuff. But then I also got when I said mixed messages, that some of you are experiencing these good times now because you've been getting better at letting these things go. But you also need to continue to let them go. It usually, remember how I was talking about cumulative? It usually doesn't happen all at once. It's cumulative. It takes practice. And for some of you, you have this Seven of Swords reversed here that came out under that Sun card. So it's kind of a feeling like of letting go of insecurities, letting go of anything, if anyone was dishonest with you, betrayed you, lack of trust. Okay, some of you have a lack of trust in others. So it's time to let go of all of that kind of stuff. Some of you need to let go of things. If you betrayed someone, if you did someone wrong, all of these things are in your past, and it's time to let them go. I just said let the sunshine in, let the sun come out. I also just got the feeling that some of you have been experiencing some love, joy, success, happiness, but you dampen it or darken it by going back to reasons why you don't deserve it. So I do feel, though, for a lot of you that you're getting better and better at letting these things go. And you just need to understand that that word cumulative keeps coming back, that it's cumulative, that it takes practice, that with time it gets easier and easier to let go of these things. So what happens is when these burdensome thoughts and these feelings of betrayal or feelings that you've betrayed someone, when these things start resurfacing, you get better and better at recognizing it faster and faster, and better at letting it go. So again, with this 10 of Cups, this feeling of joy, looking toward the future with joy, right? I feel with the Two of Wands, don't get so caught up in the specifics of the future, right? Because you have the Two of Wands reversed here. If this were upright, I would get the feeling maybe that your thoughts about the future are positive, and that you should continue them. But here, With it reversed, I'm feeling like some of you can get too caught up in the details of the future. And so I feel as though I want to say, all is looking so well for your future, and a part of you knows that. A part of you knows that the better it gets, the better it gets. But you're waiting for that other shoe to drop, and you're wondering about the details. Ooh, yeah. I know this feeling of, oh my God, everything, I just feel so wonderful. It doesn't have to be anything specific, right? I just get myself into alignment. I feel so wonderful. I know everything is working out for the future. But then it's almost like, am I going to jinx it? It's not even I start thinking that on purpose. It's kind of like old thought habits creep in and think, well, can it really be this good? Oh, it can't be perfect every moment of the day and whatever. And honestly, it can't, because you won't get any expansion out of perfection. If you've reached perfection, then you're done and there's nothing left here for you. So everything isn't going to be perfect, but it's a matter of how you look at these things. So don't wrap yourself up in so many details of the future. You know, it's kind of like, enjoy this joyful moment now, right? Oh, I just got the expression, look at that rainbow. Look at that rainbow. The expression, stop and smell the roses. Take time to enjoy this moment in the sun, this current rainbow. Take time to enjoy the present moment. Okay. Again, not so much focus on the details. Don't get so caught up in the physical realm. Don't get so, now this might not be specifically for you. This could be symbolic, or it could be specifically for you. Don't get so caught up in the details of your work, right? So for some of you specifically might be so wrapped up in the details of your job, your work, your career, that you're not enjoying the fruits of your labor. But it could just be symbolic, that I just don't want you to get so caught up in details, work, and trying too hard so that you don't enjoy the rainbow. You don't recognize what's in front of you. You don't let go of your inhibitions. Like with the sun, I feel like it's just like letting go and basking, right? And this family, you know, like the baby in the sun card has wide open arms. The family, the adults in the 10 of cups, their arms are wide open up to the rainbow, to the sky, to the future. And I feel like you right now have reasons to do that. Some of you are doing it, but letting little other things get in the way, and others are just maybe not recognizing that, how good it is. And you've got some concern in your mind, and specifically, I feel like you are worried that you don't have what it takes to manifest the future. You might see other people, whether they are personal people in your lives, or you're looking out at, you know, famous people out there who are manifesting what you want, but you don't necessarily think that you have the abilities to do that. You don't have the skills to do that. You don't have like all the tools in the toolbox necessary, right? But you do. As long as you carry around these feelings of inadequacy, or these feelings of, not knowing what to do, not being skilled enough, not being capable enough, if you carry that around with you, if that's what you think, that's what you will experience here. And this card jumped out alone. So on the one hand, I feel like it's very general because it's all by itself. But on the other hand, I feel like a big worry for, each of you who's listening to this, or your thoughts, your general ongoing thoughts about yourself are that you just aren't capable. You aren't skilled enough, good enough, smart enough, in some reason, to manifest the future that you want. And it's interesting why the future just seems to keep coming up for me, because I feel like if you look at what you actually have and how far you've come, I feel like if you open your heart and open your mind and you can look at how far you've come, that you're actually doing really well. You've come really far. I just don't know if you're, I just think that there are some concerns about your abilities for the future. I just got that expression again. When is the other shoe going to drop? Which I think means, um, well, yeah, things are great right now, but it can't last, right? And again, it can last. Any bumps you hit along the road, they don't need to be ditches, right? They could be small potholes or small speed bumps or whatever. They don't need to be ditches. It matters how you choose to look at them, because they do actually have value for you. They are the vehicles for your expansion. They are the steps to your expansion. Because I know I get caught up in the whole, like, I want everything to be perfect all the time. But I know better than that. I know that if everything were perfect, I'd be done. And I'm not even close to done. I feel that even at my age, I am really only just beginning a new phase in my life. I mean, it's kind of like I'm wading into the waters really slowly. I've been wading into these waters for years now. And I do feel like all of a sudden everything's going to open up. But then I let these little speed bumps or these little potholes throw me off, right? I don't let them throw me off for as long as I used to. I don't look at them as big, tremendous things, as much as I used to. These little, I don't like the word test. I really don't like to, I don't really think we came here to be tested, right? But that word just came to me. These little tests, right? We can make mountains out of molehills, right? The small little molehill that you see in the ground, or even an anthill. We often have this tendency, we've been conditioned to make mountains out of them, to make big deals out of them, to make a little obstacle into a huge obstacle. So many of us are conditioned to do that, right? So let's continue on with the cards here. Okay, so I just got the feeling with this Two of Swords here. Ooh. It doesn't matter which path you choose. Having trouble making decisions, group 2. I can be extremely indecisive, right? Not knowing what my heart of heart wants, overthinking things. But I just got the feeling that whatever path you choose, you can't make a mistake. You can't get it wrong. So let go of any fears about decisions, okay? So maybe that's where, your sunshine and your 10 of Cups, your beautiful future, wow. Some of you have done so well or come so far, whether you recognize it or not. You've got like the sun on your back. You've got this beautiful future to look forward to, but you worry about making the wrong decisions, and you can't get it wrong. I mean, that's not necessarily the message I always get with the Two of Swords, but that's the immediate message that I got when I turned my attention to this card. The path doesn't matter. You could walk around with this blindfold on and not even back to this Two of Wands reversed, and not even consider the future or the ramifications, and you can't get it wrong. This is all part of the journey. It's all part of the journey. So you also have the King of Wands reversed here. I feel like you're also being advised, don't get caught up in, it's more like don't get caught up in getting it right. But also, you're not here to necessarily lead anyone else. You're not here to take responsibility for anyone else's journey, anyone else's life path, anyone else's alignment, anyone else's well-being, right? And I know that might actually sound kind of selfish, but it's actually not. I just got the feeling that some of you need to hear the message that you can't live someone else's life. You can't live someone else's life in terms of like trying to do what they do. You can take a general, yeah. You can take someone as a general role model, like, wow, that person's really in alignment. I want to be in alignment too. And you can be a general role model, like, wow, I'm in alignment and my positive energy will be beneficial for those around me. But what I feel like is that you can't be the leader of others. They have to choose to follow your lead. And again, it's not in specifics. It's more like it's about you being in control of your own life. Some of you may have people in your lives. Like, let's just say, for example, again, many of you are not parents necessarily, but a great example is a parent with a child. Your child is an all-powerful, non-eternal being who came into this lifetime for their own experience. And you can't be over controlling of that, right? They have to live their own lives. It's not for you to say. Of course, if it's young children, you're here to protect them and guide them, but not necessarily rule over them. I just got the experience. It's time to let go of the reins on something or someone or some situation. That feels kind of specific and might not be for everyone. Okay, this is weird, but with the Knight of Wands, I just got this feeling that this message is for someone who is younger. Now, that doesn't mean it can't be for someone who is older, but maybe that message I just gave you about not ruling over people, the King of Wands could even be like the boss at work, right? The parent thing was just an example. But, if you're not in a position of leadership, or you're not in a position where you're parenting someone or controlling someone's life or in charge of someone, then this is kind of the message for you about not being in such a rush, not being hasty. This is a different one. This feels very specific, but not playing with other people's feelings. That's kind of specific. So I feel like there's at least one of you out there who maybe disregarding like the feelings of others. So on the one hand, right, it's kind of like stay out of someone's life and don't be over controlling. But on the other hand, don't be what's the word? Can I get the word? Don't be loose, not loose. Don't be casual about the feelings of others. Don't disregard the feelings of others. So for some of you, I feel like this is a romantic kind of thing. No, no, not 100%. Okay. But I do have that like feeling that some of you might need to hear this, not to disregard the feelings of others when it comes to a romantic relationship. Interesting. I still am coming back to this being the most important message here. These two feel like they came here I really feel like these came here for specific people, right? But I really keep coming back to, you can't make the wrong decision here. You can't choose the wrong path. And then this card jumped out completely like by itself, the Page of Cups. And it was the last card to jump out. And I feel like you be open to surprises. Be open to the unexpected. Be open to something different. And wow, okay, this really all comes down to what we've been talking about with the future, right? I really feel compelled to kind of like put these off to the side. It's not that these are unimportant, these two, but they are very specific. Really feeling like these bookends of these cards here, your guides want to tell you, don't worry about your decisions. You can't make the wrong decisions. Just be open to something new, surprising, exciting. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? And I will do it right now, is look at the bottom of your deck here. All right. I meant to put this card out, but there are no mistakes here. So you have the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of your deck. So I feel like this is the underlying overall energy of, I was going to say this message, but of your life is really what completed that sentence for me. I was going to say of this message, but the underlying overall message for your life is prosperity, celebration, joy, and happiness for you and yours. Yours can mean anybody. I feel a big open, wide open message here. And keep in mind that these 10 energies it's really about fresh starts, new beginnings. So I feel from this moment forward, it's like, I want to say smooth sailing, but I never want to say to somebody that there won't be bumps in the road. Oh, smooth sailing, there will be waves, there will be, like the boat will get rocked sometimes, but for the most part, I feel if you are open to it, there is just, the better it gets, future prosperity. Wow, amazing messages for you, my beautiful group 2. Wow. And I do feel compelled to end it here with these messages. I mean, your overall card here of this 10 of the underlying energy and the overall message, like overall energy, 10 of Pentacles. So if you have descendants, or you have extended family, you have, maybe it could even be, you might be have a company, and you're whatever this is, there's happiness and prosperity and reason to celebrate for you as you move forward. But you must be open to it. Wow, group 2, I'm really, really happy for you. I hope you find value and resonance with these messages. I want to thank you for joining me here at High Priestess Influence, and all the best until next time, my beautiful group 2 friends. Okay, group 3, let's take a look at what your spirit guides want to tell you, what they want you to know. Usually group 3, I do card selection with the camera on, but you know what? It makes your reading so much longer, and I feel like let me try it with just turning on the camera after the cards jump out. So, you've got a lot on your mind, group 3. So let's kind of unpack these cards. You know what? At the bottom of the deck, you had the Magician reversed. So I feel like the overall energy of this reading, this situation, you at this moment, it's like an energy of maybe a lack of confidence. Oh yeah, you know what? Because this Nine of Pentacles reversed, that's a similar energy in the sense, well, lack of confidence came to me with the Magician reversed, but also with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. It's kind of like that can also be a similar energy of like lack of confidence, lack of well-being. But I feel lack of confidence with the Magician. So some of you, crisis of confidence just popped in my head. Okay. I don't know if it's really a crisis. This is, the extent to these messages will be different for each of you, but I'm feeling an energy of like I'm not good enough, I'm not capable enough, I'm not skilled enough. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, some of you, I think, find yourselves in an unusual position. An unusual position is the phrase that came to me. And this card jumped out completely alone. So it's meant to be general. So consider, some of you know immediately what I'm talking about. I just got that feeling. Yeah, you know immediately. But I'm also feeling compelled to say that since the obviousness varies from person to person, if you don't know what I'm talking about, take a moment to consider what this might mean. An unusual position, finding yourself, whether it's well, I feel like for most of you, it's literally physically like I don't know, maybe you're leading a group or something and that's not something you normally do. Or I don't know, like just silly examples just keep popping in my head, but you're babysitting for someone, you're responsible for someone else's kids. I don't know why that came, but that must be specifically for somebody. But I feel, you know what, I do feel for some of you, you're finding yourself responsible for something that you're not normally responsible for. Again, not for everybody, but you're finding yourself in a place of responsibility, which is unusual for you. But whatever your situation is, you're finding yourself in an unusual place, whether it's mentally or physically, whatever. And some of you feel uncomfortable with this. You don't know what to make of it. I also just got that some of you didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. So I don't know if you're doing a favor for someone or if you just fell into this position, but some of you are confused by it. Some of you are concerned about it. Or again, oh yeah, okay, that's where this Magician reversed overall energy, right? Maybe whatever position it is you find yourself in, you don't feel like you have the skills to take care of it, see it through, carry it out. live up to it. Okay, live up to it. Yeah. You don't have, you maybe feel like you can't live up to the challenge of it. You might let someone down. Okay. So you've got a lot on your mind. With the Four of Wands here, the the Four Wands, like 2 11s, that just struck me. That the spiritual 1111, right? I have a niece who was born at 1111. Um, you I think yeah, it varies for everybody. Okay, so you're thinking about this situation where I feel like there's joy with this card, stability with the number 4, right? The 4 is about a foundation, stability. Some of you might have a family on your mind. You might have a significant other, a commitment. Um, this may be about some sort of relationship. I just got something, the word family came to mind. And you know what? This specific situation, it feels very firm. Like it feels like I have a feeling of I feel like cement, almost like groundedness. I don't know, this is a beautiful positive card, but I almost just got the feeling for some of you, almost like maybe a little too stuck in this situation. Maybe this is this unusual responsibility that you're experiencing, group 4. For some of you, maybe it's a little too grounding. Maybe some of you, you might have a responsibility for a quote unquote family member in some case. And for some of you, it's less comfortable than it is for others. Yeah, I have like really mixed feelings about that's a beautiful card. But for some of you, and you'll know, I mean, if this is you feeling a little too cemented, as the word cement came to me, a feeling of cement, if you feel a little too cemented, this is you. That specific part is for you. If you don't, disregard it. Again, remember, I feel a little all over the place with this group. So pick and choose what applies to you, what resonates for you, and what has value for you. Yeah, with this 6 of Wands, now you've got a lot of stuff on your mind. You're in your head, you're thinking about being watched by others, being judged by others. What are others thinking about me? What are others saying about me? You may have even heard that others have said things about you, and you're thinking about that. You're ruminating on this. And this, yeah, I feel like this 6 of Wands reversed here is really, really adding to this Magician reversed overall energy of the lack of confidence. You're you are concerning yourself with what others think. So you may have received some new responsibility, or you find yourself in this new position or situation or whatever it is. And I feel like there's tremendous opportunity in it for you, but you're worried about what other people think. You're feeling judged. You're feeling watched. You're worried, there's like, I don't even know if worried is the right word. It's just on your mind that people are saying stuff. Oh, wow. You know what? Jeez. Interesting. The next card with is the Ten of Cups. And these two cards came out separately, and these each came out jump separately, right? And these two are bookending this, and I feel like there's a significance to that. Let's see. Because there's such a close relationship here I'm feeling with these the Four of Wands, right? Stability, stable family, something to celebrate. It can indicate a wedding or family get together, a family reunion, just joy, celebration, love. And the Ten of Cups, right? Like you can actually see this family looking up at the rainbow and celebrating their joy, their love. And yet you have this Six of Wands right in the middle of that. So some of you have this feeling about, you have these thoughts about the relationship you want, the family you want, the future you want, the joy you want. But but doubts to your success, doubts whether others will approve, wondering what others will think. And you know what? I just also got the message that this isn't necessarily specifically about a family for you. This Four of Wands and this Ten of Cups. I mean, okay, I need to back off. I'm supposed to generalize this more. So, the stability you want, the joy and happiness that you want. And this Hanged Man reversed here. So your situation might be unusual to other people. You might feel judged about your situation. You might feel judged about what makes you happy, right? So I just got the feeling of like how a parent might disapprove of the lifestyle of a child or something. Again, different extents of disapproval, right? It's one of these like kind of, I know this feeling, right? I'm not necessarily like everyone else in my family, for example. But, I'm not shunned. Everyone accepts me, but they don't even really know me, right? So it may be what brings you joy and happiness and what you see for your future. You might be concerned about disapproval from others. A feeling like you might feel like people are talking behind your back. Again, I feel like this is on a very general level. It takes one to know one, right? Some of you, I feel like it's coming up for me, that feeling like people don't really know me. I think that some of you feel that way too. Nobody really knows me. But I also feel compelled to say, does anyone really know anyone? We put a lot of stuff onto other people. I don't mean necessarily like a burden. Sure, we do that too. But I mean mentally, emotionally, right? We think, well, this person is like that, and this person thinks this, and this person sees me this way. And these aren't necessarily true. So I'm feeling really compelled to tell you to be you, and that we all feel judged. We all feel like others won't approve of us at times. We all feel different at times, and that it would be awesome for you to let all of that go. Wow. Okay, so I just went to this Sun card here, which was the last card that jumped out, but I'll just quick reference this right now and say that's what I feel like this Sun is all about, is like it came out by itself and whatever. I'll get to that in a moment, but it's really about like letting all of this go. So these two cards jumped out together. Let's see. What do we get with these two? So we have this Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Death card reversed, right? Now, the Nine of Pentacles upright, it's sometimes, for the longest time, I felt like it's my favorite card in the deck, and I think it still is. But then sometimes I see other cards and I just get these like joyful, amazing feelings, right? But I love the Nine of Pentacles upright. It's about like utter well-being and confidence and prosperity and joy and just being fine in your own skin. And you know what? It's a solitary figure, right? So it's even like being fine alone. But it's like you've got this reverse. So you're thinking the opposite of this. Ooh, okay. Are some of you thinking that you need to change for others, right? With this Death reversed, right? The resistance to transformation. But in this case, I don't feel for some of you, again, this might not be applied to everyone, but I don't feel like this is, oh, you're resisting natural transformation. In this case, I feel as though you think you need to change. You need to change into a new person. You need to transform who you are for others. Not that you need to, but it's kind of like, I don't fit in, others don't approve. And it's almost like a subconscious gnawing at you of, I need to change, or it would be nice if I could change, but I know I can't change. It's not who I am. So it's all right. Yeah. It's about not feeling comfortable in your own skin and not feeling like you can change, but how it would be easier. Some of you think it would be easier. If I could just change who I am, it would be easier, right? So I don't know. It will be different for everyone, right? But I have been studying human design for several years now and plan to do something more with that, right? But there are parts of my design that, while they make sense to me and explain a lot of my past, when I first learned about them and I recognized them and I thought, oh, like I would love to change this. I wish I could change that. But it's who I am. And what I need to do is get in alignment with who I am and turn my focus away from the shadow side, away from the lower frequency of who I am, toward the beauty, the uniqueness, and the high vibration of who I am. And I think that's what this is for a lot of you. Okay, so this Hanged Man reversed here. I'm feeling it may not be a situation. This might be who you are. You feel real. I hope that some of you didn't give up on this reading because this didn't apply to you, because now I'm feeling that this is maybe at a deeper level who you are. You feel different. You feel maybe misunderstood. All you want is joy and happiness. But what's getting in the way of that, what's at the core of that, is this feeling of being judged or misunderstood by people. Oh, wow. Group 3, I think we all feel so misunderstood at times. I feel we feel so misunderstood. And this is about you. Oh, wow. Letting go of your inhibitions, right? So, my spirit guides know that, and yours do too, obviously, that when I get this card, when I get the Sun card, I often, not always, get the words, like the word of like a phrase of like letting go of your inhibitions comes to me, right? You know, let's say you have this little naked baby riding around on a horse, just out in the sunshine, arms wide open, like a baby, fresh, new, in touch with nature, in touch with their natural being, their natural self, right? At this age, this baby, this child would still be in touch with their true nature, their more closely in touch with their true self, their true inner being, their eternal non-physical self. Because even though, yes, by now this child has received conditioning, of course, but nothing near the amount of conditioning that we have received by the time we are young adults and onward, right? So this is what your guides want you to do. Let go of your inhibitions. This card jumped out by itself. This is your advice. This is your guidance. Your spirit guides want you to let go of all inhibitions, of everything in the past. Start again like a new being, a fresh new being in this life experience, right? You don't need to wait for like a tower moment, right? To turn things upside down. What you have is this moment here and now. And I feel so compelled to tell you to let go of any inhibitions. Be you. Be you. Now, a lot of us don't even know where to begin with being us, right? And I feel like, with these two cards here, that may be the case. We're so conditioned to not be who we are. But that makes us feel uncomfortable in our own skin. You have to love you. You have to love life. You came here for like a fun, like the Sun card. That's also a fun card. It's fun. You came here for fun, enjoyment, joy, expansion. Are you going to have negative experiences, bumps in the road, all that kind of stuff? Of course, because you need those experiences for your growth. But you also have different phases in your life, and you have so many opportunities. We all do, right? For rebirth, for starting fresh. And this is a fresh new moment for you, group 3. Now, again, the extent of this, for some of you, it may not be as dramatic as it sounds. I understand that. And for others of you, you might be feeling the drama of this, the intensity of this. It's going to vary for each of you. If this is a tiny little thing, then take those tiny reins and ride off into the sunset with it, or to the sunrise, whatever. But this also could be a very intense, deep message for you from your spirit guides. So take it how it applies to you. And from this moment, start fresh. Just be you. Be easy. I also got just be. Just be. Don't try to be anything. Be as natural as you can. Feel comfortable in your own skin. Okay, I just got the message to turn the 9. Okay, I just also got turn the 9 of Pentacles upright and make it like a message. Forget about what you've been thinking about in the past. This is guidance. So I'm supposed to turn this upright, tell you you are perfect the way you are. You should be comfortable in your own skin. You came here to be who you are. Who you truly are is a contribution to this universe. You came here to be this person, and you don't need to change for anyone. There's no great transformation that needs to take place here. It's more of becoming you. It's more of letting go of the inhibitions and becoming you. you know what? I feel like I'm supposed to push these cards aside. I know I do weird things sometimes but it's what I feel, okay? Uh, you're unique, and you are. Even if you don't feel that unique, if you've listened to this all this way and you don't feel that unique, you are. You are unique, my dear friend. You are unique and you are significant to this universe. So find joy in your uniqueness. Be comfortable in your own skin. You don't need to change for anyone. Just let go, have fun, and be. Learn how to be that open, natural person. Just be group 3. And that rhymes. How lovely. Just be group 3. I love it. You know what? I'm going to try picking an Angel of Light card for you. If one doesn't jump out, that means that this message is complete for you. But I do feel like I want to give it a try here. See if there's any additional messages for any of you. Okay, I'll give one more shuffle, one more go around. So Spirit Guides, if there is anything else for group 3, please let that card jump out now. Okay, no. All right, group 3, you are complete. So again, for some of you, this is a very, very intense and meaningful message. For others, you know, it's maybe a little lighter, but just be you. And the way to do that is try to just be. Just be. Don't force anything. You don't need to change anything you are. The more, okay, more stuff coming, sorry. That's probably why I'm supposed to get another card. The more you can just be, the more natural you become, and the more you attract to you the people and experiences that match you, that are right for you. If you can just be comfortable in your own skin, drop your inhibitions, like things will fall into place, group 3. Group 3, I love you. I wish you all the best. And remember, just be. Okay, welcome group 4. So group 4, I normally select the cards on the video, but you know what? I'm trying to make them a little bit shorter. So I did the card selection before I turned on the camera, and you had quite a few cards jump out pretty quickly for your messages. So wow, you have a lot here. So I think we should get into it because you've got a lot going on. All right, let's take a look here. Wow. So the first card that jumped out is the Magician. I feel like whether you know it or not, you are a powerful manifester. I mean, honestly, we all are. We don't just all allow it to be, right? But you in particular, you've got like the balance. I just got the word balance. You know what? I think it's your energies are balanced. You have like I don't know, you've got the skills, the tools necessary to manifest. But I feel as though you haven't necessarily manifested the life you desire, the life you envision. I just got the expression you're not there yet. You're not, like, there's more for you. Okay, there's more. Yes, there's more for you. You haven't quite gotten there yet. Um, you've got you've got friends, you've got people who love you, um, you've got people who are happy for you. I just got the feeling that some of you don't quite recognize that or feel like it's enough. Not that's not for everyone. Some of you recognize, yeah, I do. I've got a support system. I've got people who care about me. But I did get the feeling that for some of you, you don't necessarily feel that way. You're more focused on that you haven't reached some sort of a goal yet. You haven't reached a place where you feel secure, where you feel stable in your relationships, in your family life, in your career. Like put down where you put down roots, where you put sometimes expressions like just pop in my head. Maybe you haven't put down roots yet. You haven't found that the expression dream home. That doesn't necessarily mean literally a dream home, although that could be something that you feel like you haven't manifested yet. But even symbolically speaking, right? You're not home yet. I just got you're not home yet, and that's fine, right? Listen, I'm not that new to this planet, and I feel like I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. I know I have like all these new phases left in my life. Um, I was going to, yeah, never mind. Anyway, so back to you. Uh, yeah, so you haven't, I feel like you're not home yet. Whatever that means to you, it could mean anything for each of you. But know that if you feel like you're not home yet, know that that's true. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's no rush here. It's just where you are now. Like in other words, there's more for you. There is an expression is partly coming to me. There's more in the pipeline, something like that. Okay, so like no worries about that. You've got people who love you, care for you, and like kind of like are happy for you, want to celebrate with you. And some of you are literally in a position of authority. Maybe a professional thing like a doctor or a lawyer, somebody with a title, somebody with good communication skills. Some of you are recognized. Others look to you for authority, and I feel as though while you could be a little like aloof at times, you are respected for like what you say, what you don't say, what you bring to the table. So some of you are literally in a position of authority, and some of you are recognized as an authority figure, whether you know this or not. You're recognized as an authority figure, like for your intelligence, your wisdom, your practicality. Some of you are really good at seeing solutions to problems, and I feel like most of you do that in a very analytical and non-emotional way, like pretty straightforward. Like, okay, here's the problem, here's the solution. And I mean, I might be exaggerating the lack of emotion, but like it feels very pointed. It feels very practical, very practical, yeah. So I feel like some of you are really quite brilliant. You're not all the way there yet. You haven't manifested, and you know it too. I feel like this with the Four of Wands reversed, you're not, that whole thing, you're not home yet, you know what that is to you. Okay, so wow. So these cards all jumped out together, but this Ace of Swords came out by itself. So you are just starting something, whether you know it or not. Oh, wow. You've got the King of Swords here. But here you've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, I feel like regardless of where you are in your life, your career, or whatever it is, you're just beginning something. You've got something in the pipeline, just came to me again, something in the pipeline. Um, and again, I feel like compelled to say whether you know it or not. Uh, some of you know, I guess, I feel like yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have this dream. I'm manifesting, I'm putting something into play, just came to me. And for others of you, like, I feel like this is in its infancy, or it hasn't even necessarily been born yet. But this is a new direction in life, and it has the potential to lead to public recognition, if you think you're the king now, just wait. If you think you're the king now, just wait, right? Because we have this sword here with the crown on top. So you're starting something with tremendous potential for public recognition, for being recognized as at the top of your field or whatever. And again, general reading, it will vary for each of you, but this could very well be like an official title or situation or something to that effect. And I feel like you should know what this is already, but it's really early on, and it's in its early stages. Boy, have you got a lot on your mind here. You have so many cards, group 4. Okay. Let's start here. We have the Six of Pentacles upright with the Knight of Wands reversed, with the Six of Cups reversed. So, some of you, okay, for some of you, this could be literally financially related. For others, not necessarily so, but I feel like you've got contribution on your mind. What have you contributed? What are you going to contribute? Is your contribution enough? I feel as though some of you may have or may be supporting others, family members, old friends, but you may, and it could be financial support, but it could just be being there for them. And I think for some of you, you might feel like it's either not appreciated or they don't reciprocate. It's not as much of a give and take as it should be. You might feel like they aren't there for you because you're not sure how you feel about continuing this. Or, well, maybe some of you might be sure. You don't necessarily feel inclined to be that knight in shining armor for everyone, right? I think, okay, yeah, you've been there for some people and you're not sure you want to continue supporting them, whether again it's financial or otherwise, could be emotional or what have you, because you're not sure that it's appreciated, and I just got the feeling that some of you might want to leave this part of your life behind, this phase of your life behind. So you've got so much on your mind here. You're questioning, some of you are questioning your ability to support people, and some of you are questioning whether you want to continue supporting others. Like for some of you, it's kind of like, I feel like it's annoying you. Like I feel like I give and give and give, and I'm not appreciated. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. You know, I'm here for this person and their journey. I feel like their guide or their benefactor or whatever. And I just got that for some of you, feel like these people are like hanging on to you and relying on you, but they're not there for you. This King of Wands jumped out by itself. King of Wands reversed here. Okay. This can be, it's not necessarily gender specific, right? But it could be like a male oriented energy here. Could be a fire sign too, right? Doesn't, not necessarily. So, don't hang on to that necessarily, but this actually could be someone I think this is either someone who this could be the person you're supporting that you don't feel inclined to support anymore, but I feel like this person is unsupportive of you. There's somebody in your life who, I don't know, I want to say puts roadblocks on your path. There's someone in your life who maybe doesn't support you or what you're doing. If you feel inspired to something, maybe this person, even if it's just their energy. Yeah, I'm feeling that this person might not like do things to be unsupportive, might not even say things, but I'm feeling a negative energy here, right? Now, also with this king, with this being represented by the king, it may not even be male energy. It may be that this person is an extremely significant person in your life, like in the top position. So this could be your boss, like an uninspiring boss, an out of alignment boss, someone with no vision, someone with, I literally just got the feeling that some of you have like visions and this person stands in your way, right? So if this were your boss, this might be like you have ideas and this person won't let you pursue them. Again, that could be symbolic, but this could be a partner. But whatever this is, you've been thinking about this person a lot and how they stand in your way. But remember, this is guidance from your guides. This is what your guides want you to know. And they want you to know that if you continue to think about how this person holds you back, that's the only side you're going to get of this person. I also just got the feeling to turn this King of Wands upright. So if you can change your thoughts and feelings about this person, you will receive a higher vibrational version of this person. So you're being told that as long as you see this person in this negative fashion, this reversed King of Wands fashion, this person will continue to be an obstacle, or a negative influence, a negative vibration. If you do the work, and it's going to take practice, it's not going to happen in one fell swoop. I feel like you literally should make a list of anything positive you can think about this person, right? I know that's hard sometimes, right? Group 4, I know that. But I also know it can be done because I have done this. It's not easy. Ooh, okay. Group 4, get yourself, all right, yeah. Get yourself in a positive place before you do this. Don't do it from a negative place, right? So if you can raise your own vibration by whatever means, whether it's music or focusing on all the positive things in your life, focusing on things that you love, laughing, right? For me, laughter is really, really a positive thing. And I know, like, I actually got like a really negative comment once when I suggested watching something funny, like a funny movie or funny TV, because someone thought that was very like low brow or whatever. But honestly, if funny things raise your vibration, if you love to laugh, whatever's right for you, right? Anything that raises your vibration, and then deliberately find the positive aspects about this person. Because for some of you, this is and I have people in my life like this, but I've been able to do it. But I believe it was from already a high vibration. So start getting yourself into alignment. Start getting yourself pumped up. Listen to things that raise your vibration, right? Yeah, like, YouTube videos or podcasts, or again, comedies or something. Read something, listen to music, anything. Get that vibration high, and then start thinking more positively about this person. And you will be amazed at the turnaround, at the person you will get. And this, for some of you, I just got the message that this is more than one person. Okay. But for many of you, this is one specific person. So you can get the better version of that self, but you have to do the work. That's the thing. Okay. Again, more stuff that like is really on your mind, and your progress. Slow and steady wins the race is the message here with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, you know you're making progress. For some of you, it's not fast enough though, right? But my dear group 4, what just came to me was a conversation that I had with a friend the other day. And we were talking about how whenever, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be like January 1st or December 31st, the end of the new year, the beginning of the new year. It doesn't need to be that. It could be at any point. If you just look back over the last year and look at your growth, whether it's in the external physical world or it's your internal growth, the experiences that you've had, the people maybe that you've met, just how you view the world compared to how you viewed it a year ago, what you've attracted to you, what new messages, what new learning. If you could just go back a year, you will see, oh my God, I made so much more progress than I realized. I mean, you might have to give it some thought and really think about where you were a year ago. But you will be amazed at the progress you have made, because I feel like this progress that's been on your mind is a little too slow for some of you. But again, it's slow and steady wins the race, right? Baby steps forward are better than no steps forward, because it adds up quicker than you think. Oh, something just came to me. What was it? Like time flies no matter what. So you think that this is slow progress, but it's really not, because time flies. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I actually, even though this jumped out separately, this Knight of Pentacles is facing these two cards, and right away I feel as though you're worried about getting to, oh yeah, you're worried about getting to the end. Some of you literally lose sleep, or this is just figuratively what you're worried about. You're worried about the future. You're worried about making enough money. You're worried about, your general well-being, your prosperity. How can I reach the end? When can I reach the ultimate? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're worried about your progress, but your guides want you to know you're doing fine. You're doing well. There is no rush. There's no hurry. Everything is always working out for you. You're not making mistakes. You're not behind schedule. Do not compare yourself with anyone else. Okay, I just got the feeling that some of you might be comparing yourself to this King of Wands here, to these other people. There's no comparison. There's no. You are perfect the way you are. You are right where you need to be. You are doing beautifully. Let go of these worries. You are worried about your future. You are worried about your prosperity. You feel behind schedule, some of you. And your guides are just saying, no. You look, this is just starting, right? This Ace of Swords, this is just the beginning. This is your reality. From this moment forward, it's a fresh start, a brand new opportunity with tremendous potential. So there's nothing to worry about here. Oh yeah, you've got so much on your mind, but underneath it all, it's a concern about, your future, your prosperity. Again, for some of you, this Six of Pentacles is literally about money, and can I provide for a family? Can I even start a family? Right? So for some of you specifically, this Four of Wands reversed is maybe about starting a family and not being able to support them. Again, could be symbolic, or it just could be specifically for some of you. And your guides want you to know, you be you, and all is well. Okay, so you can't, this is your message, Group 4. You cannot start a pathway to prosperity with the outlook from a place of lack. Ooh, okay. All right. Really, really big time here. Page of Swords reversed came out with this Five of Pentacles. Okay. Big message for you here. Your words matter, Group 4. You can't tell the story of lack and end up where you want to be in prosperity. So some of you are literally, and you may not even realize you're doing it. You might even think you're talking about what you want. But some of you are talking about what you want, but from a place of lack. And there's a fine line. Okay, words, you know how words have denotation, their dictionary definition, and then they have connotations, the feelings that go along with them, right? Like the easiest example that I love to give when talking about words is like cheap versus inexpensive. Cheap has a negative connotation, a negative feeling, right? Inexpensive has more of a positive connotation or feeling with it, even though they basically mean the same thing. Cheap, inexpensive. Inexpensive makes it sound like it's more of a bargain. You're getting more for your money. It makes it sound like it's of good quality, but it doesn't cost that much. Cheap makes it seem like it's not expensive, but it's also not quality. It's not well made. So there are different feelings for most people with those words. So your words matter. You want to use high quality verbiage, words. You want to speak of yourself and your future with positivity. You want to speak about everything with positivity. Okay, that is a big ask. I get it. We're never going to speak positively all the time, right? But if you can get better at telling your story of you successful, happy, prosperous. You know what? I feel like you have a gift of words as long as you use them correctly. Oh, yes. You know what? You have the King of Swords here. Wow. Okay. Your words in your manifestation matter. You manifest what you speak of, Group 4. And it may be you in particular, right? Sure, we all do, but each of us has our own specific genetic traits and this and that, right? So you manifest with your words, maybe more so than other people. So your words matter here. Your words might be the most important tool that you have. And even the words in your mind, right? I can't speak for how anyone else thinks in their mind, but I often think in words. Even when I'm doing these readings, expressions just, I mean, I say they pop in my head, but I don't literally see the words, but the words are just there. They just, like I see a card and sometimes an expression or a word comes to me and it's just there. I don't even know how to describe it. So some of you might think in words also. And it's not just what you say, it's the words you think that matter. So you not only need to tell a different story when you're talking out loud to others, you need to tell a different story in your head. You need to use different words in your mind, and they cannot be words of lack. So, I feel like for this group, this worry over your future prosperity could really be like a big deal. I feel like it's a recurring thought that keeps you up at night, whether that's literal or if that's figurative, and I think it's habitual. And you know what? It is for most of us, honestly. Most of us have the habit of saying, oh, well, I don't have the money for this. I want this, but I can't afford it. I would like this, but how am I going to pay for it? Even if it's not about money, we tell stories about ourselves. Sometimes we do it even in a joking way, right? We want to be careful. I think you guys need to be more careful about what you say, because if you speak from a place of lack, you manifest that lack. So your last card to jump out, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, the 7, as I was saying that, just really struck me. So the 7 is a very spiritual number, but it's also a very practical and analytical number. So, when I say, all right, for example, my life path is 11, but my other 3 core numbers are all 7s. So that weighs so heavily on me, and it can be a heavy number if you get too caught up in your mind, because there's a lot of mentalness, for lack of a better word, to the 7. There's a lot of contemplation, right? And it can be scientific, and it can be spiritual. and it can be, and it's very spiritual, but it's not like religious and stuff. It kind of, the seven kind of wants proof, right? The seven, I'll put it this way. If I hadn't had the spiritual proof that I received, I don't think I would be as spiritual a believer in everything and in the future and in the well-being of all of us and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I could turn to that as well as I can. Yet I'm not at all religious. I'm not at all a worshiper. It's a very practical thing, and I really felt compelled to tell you about, well, we did talk about you being practical. Maybe that's why. Practical and analytical and clear-minded. And so I'm feeling here like you, I want to say, glance back at your progress. Glance back. It's just, first the seven struck me. Now I feel like this figure is, even though he's really not, I got the feeling of him looking back, glancing back. I know he's not looking over his shoulder, but that's what is coming to me. It's almost like glancing back over your shoulder at all of your accomplishments, at all of your prosperity, whether you don't have a dime in your pocket right now or not. You have prosperity. You've created, you've manifested, you've accomplished. So see that, like, if I almost need to put on my glasses to get a closer look at the expression, but I also really feeling drawn to the details in this card. Yeah, kind of like when you look back at your prosperity, look back at what you've created, and kind of like feel like feel secure isn't the exact right word, but all right, we'll start there. Secure, feel serene, feel comfortable, feel satisfied, rest easy. It's like a very restful, easy feeling. So like kind of look back at your successes in life, but just glance at them and use them as a springboard to the future. Use them, never, ever look back and dwell on what you, quote unquote, did wrong, what didn't go right for you, what, quote unquote, other people did to you. Never look back and feel like a failure or a victim. Those energies do not serve you, right? It's one thing to acknowledge it and be aware of how those past things, those shadows affect you in the present. Bringing awareness to and dwelling on are totally different vibrations, different feelings, and dwelling on, and when you dwell on it, you bring it back. Even when you bring awareness to it, you kind of bring it up into the present. But in the present, if you can find the value in it and be like, yeah, I remember when that happened, but look at me now. Or that may have happened, but I know the value in that now, and I know how to like transmute that energy. I know how to transmute that shadow into a positivity. I know how to work with that. That's different than beating yourself up over things from the past, dwelling on the past, feeling like the victim because of the past. So this is about, I feel like, looking back at your accomplishments and using those as a springboard forward. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is look at the bottom of the deck, and I forgot that for another group too. So, okay, at the bottom of the deck, You have another 6, right? You have the 6 of Swords. So I actually love this card because you're moving to a better place. The overall energy underlying this reading and your situation is one of moving from a better place, right? Look at this card. See these little waves, this like choppy water? And out ahead is smooth, glistening, shining waters and trees in the distance, the land in the distance, right? You are making your way to a better place. And you have more swords, right? You have the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. And then this Page of Swords about not talking about what you don't want here. And I feel like you're moving to a place, you're definitely moving in the right direction to smoother waters, to a better place, right? These people are, I don't want to say escaping, because escaping seems like they're running for their lives or something like that. They're not. They are, yes, swords are often a fast energy, but this particular, card, they're rowing to a better place, right? Or whatever they're doing with the stick. So the waters are shallow. That actually never even occurred to me before. The waters are shallow, so they're not in deep. They're not in deep. They're making, because he's moving that little boat or whatever that is with a stick. They're not in deep. They're not in over their heads. They are just moving to smoother waters. Okay, you know what? I'm just reaching down to plug in here. I don't know if that sound recorded, but I didn't realize I'm on low battery here with my computer. Let me just plug this in. There we go. That should be fine. Okay. So what I love about this is that the overall energy is that you are moving in the right direction. Things are improving. Things are getting better. Like your spirit guides said, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Don't be worried about the future. Use your successes of the past as a springboard to move forward. You are in the stages of something fresh and brand new with tremendous, tremendous potential, my dear Group 4 friends. So keep that in mind. I hope that you found value in these messages from your guides. I think what I will do, this is so weird, but you can leave if you want, if you're done. But I'm going to see if there is another message for you. And I'm going to take these Law of Attraction cards. They're technically Law of Attraction and Money, Abraham Hicks cards, but since you seem to have money involved here, you've got a number of pentacles, and it feels like your biggest worry is about your future prosperity. And I don't know, let's just take a look at the Law of Attraction cards and money. Again, if you're done with this message, feel free to exit. But if anyone's looking for anything additional, let's see. Okay, one card jumped out. We've just finished going through. Another card jumped out. So I will share these two cards with you. So the first one to jump out, I gotta put my glasses back on. Appreciation and gratitude are different vibrational states. Okay, immediately I'm drawn back to the 7 of Pentacles here. So appreciating what you've had in the past, appreciating your progress, your growth, as opposed to being grateful for it. In other words, all right, let me just read the card. But appreciating your progress. Also, I just felt compelled to say, you've progressed so much here, Group 4. I think you don't realize how far you've come. So Yeah, let's see about appreciation versus gratitude. When you feel gratitude, often you are looking at a difficulty that you have overcome, but there's still some of that quote unquote struggle vibration present. The state of appreciation is seeing whatever you are looking at through the eyes of source. You could walk down a crowded street with all kinds of things that a lot of other people would find reason to criticize or worry about, and you would not have access to them because your vibration of appreciation is picking out for you things of a different vibrational nature. Okay, so just a couple of things here, right? Appreciation is basically, okay, we were talking about connotations with words, right? So gratitude feels more like, I'm grateful that you did this for me. I'm grateful for receiving this. But there's a little tiny sense of, but I'm not necessarily worthy of it. Appreciation is, I appreciate that this has come to me. I appreciate that I have achieved this. I appreciate what you've done for me, and I deserve it. Does that make sense? It's not a tremendous difference. And honestly, before I realized the subtle difference between those two words, the word gratitude got me pretty far and raised my vibration pretty much. So I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but there is that little bit of a difference in the vibration. And then also this part about walking down the street and finding things to criticize or worry about. If your vibration is really high, you won't see the same things. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. I have many examples in my life of being in a different vibration than somebody else. If I'm in a low vibration, I notice things that they might not notice. If I'm in a high vibration, I don't notice those negative things, or I notice the positive things. I've been in situations where someone will say, wow, did you see the look that person gave us? Or that person was so rude. And I didn't see that at all because my vibration was too high to see it, or vice versa. I might see something like that and the other person doesn't. So I feel like here looking back, glancing back at your accomplishments and everything that has gone right for you, using that as a springboard to find things to appreciate. So I think it would behoove you to consciously, deliberately go through your day looking for things to appreciate. It could be the smallest of things, but all of those things add up to a wonderful, amazing, positive vibration. Okay, so the other card that jumped out is, my career is one of creating a joyful life experience. Okay, let's see. If your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of intentions, freedom, growth, and joy, will come quickly and easily into alignment. See your quote-unquote career as one of creating a joyful life experience. You are not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created or a gatherer of stuff. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. That is your mission. That is your quest. That is why you are here. Wow, you know what? I really am glad that I got that feeling to choose more, because I sometimes I override my feelings, like I think we all do. I thought the reading was getting too long and I wasn't going to do this, but I just felt compelled to grab these cards. And I think this is the bottom line of your message. This is the bottom line for you, Group 4. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. That is your mission. That is your quest. That is why you are here. So see this, 10 of Pentacles? Oh, I just got that expression, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? This is not what comes first. This is what comes from you focusing on a joyful life experience. So when you, taking this card before this, right? When you go through your life finding things to love, finding things to appreciate, finding things to admire, finding things to be happy about, finding positive traits in what may be otherwise negative people. When you go around finding positive aspects in the world around you, you create that joyful life experience through your focus, and then you end up with this. Whatever this 10 of Pentacles is to you, that's where you land, group 4. That's where you land. So focus on the beauty in your life. Be intentional about it. Be deliberate about it. Create that joyful life experience, and the rest falls into place. Group 4, I needed this reminder for myself. I feel very inspired, and I really, really, truly appreciate getting this message, even for myself, from your guides and my guides. So thank you, guides, and thank you, Group 4, for being with me. Love and prosperity to you always, and I will see you again soon.